Hola, gente. This is Costco Connection, the June 2016 issue. It's called Culture Club. Fermented foods provide a healthful, vibrant zest to diet. This is showing sauerkraut. And this is showing sauerkraut as well. Food preservation has existed in one form or another for thousands of years. And in many cultures it took the form of fermentation, a chemical process, a reaction in which organic compounds are broken down into simpler substances. Some foods that we enjoy today date back to those pre-refrigeration times. Ancient Koreans crafted kimchi, a fermented vegetable side dish usually made with spiced cabbage. Ancient Greeks reportedly thrived in yogurt, and 9th century Eastern Europeans developed sauerkraut, shown here. These fermented foods were valued not only for their long shelf life, but also for their vibrant flavor and nutritional benefits. There are tons of benefits for fermented foods and drinks, says nutritionist Mimi Ingi, who blogs at Living Well Kitchen. The website is INGE.com. Fermented foods and drinks can help improve immune function. And in digestion, they aid and they enhance nutrient absorption from foods and fight inflammation. As the fermentation process converts sugars to alcohol and acid, it creates an acidic environment that is inhospitable to harmful organisms, making food safer for consumption and giving it greater longevity. The process allows beneficial bacteria and digestive enzymes to thrive, enabling better absorption of nutrients. Recent years have seen these traditional foods surge in popularity as consumers rediscover how nutritious and flavorful they are. It's fairly easy to find store shelf stocked with things like sauerkraut, kefir, and traditionally pickled fermented pickles, and kombucha, a drink where few people had heard of 15 years ago, is predicted to take in global sales of $2 billion by 2020. Not sure what that is. Kombucha. So they help in immune function, it says, and digestion, and enhance nutrient absorption and fight inflammation. Fermented foods. So the process of fermentation, in theory, is quite a simple process. Takes carbohydrate-containing substance combined with culture if needed. Most vegetables require no additional culture in a clean jar and patiently wait for it to become bubbly and delicious. Many fermentation advocates regard vegetables as an ideal getaway ferment, requiring minimal equipment, produce, salt, water. It just requires produce, salt, water, and a jar. You can ferment any vegetable, but the easiest to start with is cabbage, which becomes sauerkraut, says Kristen Shaki, co-author of Fermented Vegetables. Fresh fermented sauerkraut has a bright, lively flavor that doesn't resemble the stuff you remember from your school lunch hot dogs. And yet it does. And dairy cultures are readily attainable. And Making it easy to attempt homemade yogurt or kefir. Making your own. When fermenting either food or drink, attention to cleanliness of the fermenting environment is key. Make sure all your utensils and countertops are clean and wash your hands and food well. Cautions, and then making your own. When fermenting either food or drink, attention to, and also contaminating a ferment with bacteria or even cleaning products such as soap can spoil the fermentation process. In addition, some ferments are thwarted by extreme hot or cold temperatures as well as exposure to oxygen. If you notice mold or foul smells, it's best to throw that batch out and try again with fresh ingredients. And while fermentation requires patience, many food taking days or weeks to develop, it's also important to keep an eye on your culinary chemistry experiment. When you're teaching yourself to ferment, the best thing that you can do is keep it on the counter and watch it. Just simple daily check-in. That way, you can see it as it changes, which can be pretty interesting. But more importantly, you can make sure all the vegetables stay tucked under the brine. Though there's a learning curve to fermenting foods, trust your senses when evaluating the success of your experiment. A good ferment smells and tastes pickly, but a ferment that has gone amiss will smell pretty awful, like rotting potatoes. This can happen when the vegetables get out of the brine and into the oxygen. Just remember, sink in brine and all is fine. So brine is like the juice, basically, so if you leave it exposed to oxygen, it's going to spoil your veggies. And here's some little recipe. Blaukraut, more acidic than traditional Bavarian versions, serve this with meat and potatoes, dressed with blue cheese and walnuts, or inside a sandwich or wrap. So it requires 2 to 3 heads of red cabbage, or 6 pounds, 2 or 3 crisp tart apples, quartered, thinly sliced, 1 medium onion, thinly sliced, 2 tablespoons of caraway seeds or to taste, and 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of unrefined sea salt. Fermentation vessel, a gallon or larger. Remove the coarse outer cabbage leaves and then rinse a few unblemished and set them aside, the leaves. Rinse the rest of the cabbage in cold water. With a stainless steel knife, quarter and core the the cabbage. Thinly slice with the same knife or a mandolin. Then transfer the cabbage to a large bowl. Add the apples, onion, and caraway to the cabbage. Add 1.5 tablespoons of salt with your hands. Massage it into the sliced cabbage, then taste. If you're really hungry. It should taste slightly salty without being overwhelming. Add more salt if necessary. Quickly, cabbage will glisten and liquid will begin to pool. If you've put in a good effort, don't see much brine, let it stand for 45 minutes and massage again. Transfer the cabbage mixture several handfuls at a time to a 1-gallon jar or crock, pressing down with your fist or a tamper to remove air pockets. So you're at the transferring stage. Once you're done salting, and then you should see some brine when you press. When the vessel is packed, leave 4 inches of headspace for a crack, 2 to 3 inches for a jar. Okay, top the cabbage with 1 or 2 of the reserved outer leaves, then top the leaves with a plate that fits the opening of the container or crock and cover as much of the vegetables as possible, weighing down the plate with sealed, water-filled Ziploc bag as a follower-weight combination. Cover all with large kitchen towel or muslin. Set aside vessel on a baking sheet to ferment in a cool spot somewhere nearby and out of direct sunlight for 7 to 14 days. Check daily to make sure the vegetables are submerged, pressing down to bring the brine back to the surface. Okay, and then scoop out. Okay, scoop out mold that develops. Using the utensil, you can start to test the kraut on day 7. You'll know it's ready when it's pleasingly sour, pickly, and tasting good without the strong acidity of vinegar, and the veggies have softened a bit but retain some crunch. To store, ladle the kraut into small jars and tamp down. Pour in any brine that is left. Tighten the lids and store in fridge. You can save this for a year in the fridge, and this is about 1 gallon of product. Okay, so that's that. This is mango lassi kefir smoothie. 1 cup milk, 1 teaspoon of kefir grains, 1 tablespoon honey, 1 very ripe mango, peeled, coarsely chopped, or 1 cup frozen mango. I wouldn't use frozen mango. Prepare the milk kefir. Pour the milk in 1 pint canning jar and stir in kefir grains. Cover a jar with a few layers of cheesecloth or paper towel. Secure with rubber bands. Store the jar at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, allowed to ferment till thickened. Healthy kefir grains around 70 degrees Fahrenheit will typically culture in 24 hours, though it may culture in as little as 12 at warm temperatures, or take as long as 48 hours at cooler temperatures. Strain the kefir into a glass or plastic storage container, stirring. So you strain the kefir into a glass or plastic storage container, stirring gently until just the grains are left in the strainer. Prepare the smoothie. Combine kefir and remaining ingredients in a blender. Blend on high speed until smooth and creamy. Makes 1 serving. So that's that. So okay, let's see. A little bit about watermelons here. It's called Wondrous Watermelon. More than a sweet summer snack, watermelon is a classic choice for picnics, snacks, and desserts. but watermelon can also play a starring role in a variety of dishes. People rarely consider watermelon as an ingredient alongside savory foods, but it's so versatile. Says dietitian Abby Langer. So she works for Costco. Langer. She's owner of Abby Langer Nutrition in Toronto, as it's a great choice for a healthy diet. Low in calories, high in water, watermelon is excellent source for vitamin A. Melon is excellent source. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it's a good source for vitamin A and C, both of which help boost immunity. And then it's a good source of B6, which helps form red blood cells. Its red color is the source of the antioxidant lycopene, which is thought to prevent some cancers, and the fruit is also a source of citrulline, an amino acid that helps muscles recover after a hard workout. Best of all, watermelon tastes terrific, obviously. Sweet, crisp, and clean. It's delicious, chopped into fruit salads or pureed into smoothies and cocktails. It's also a surprising complement to food you may not think of as natural partners. That's where its versatility comes in. To highlight watermelon's flavor, think contrast and counterpoint. Pair watermelon with sharp herbs, pungent cheese, the bite of jalapeno, or sourness of lime. It's amazing with grated cheese and mint. I've also made a watermelon cranberry tofu dish that was spectacular, and I've barbecued halloumi cheese and made a salad with that and watermelon too. So it can be cut in a variety of shapes, such as wedges, balls, or cubes, and it can be refrigerated, last a few days in the fridge. Best to serve it as soon as possible after cutting. Best results, particularly important when combining watermelon with other ingredients, since you don't want the watermelon to waterlog ingredients in a salad or savory dish. So use as soon as possible is a good recommendation. And this is a bit about kebabs. 6 tablespoons brown sugar, 6 tablespoons soy sauce, half a tablespoon of dog food. Just kidding. 6 tablespoons of soy sauce, 6 tablespoons of diced red onion, 3 garlic cloves minced, 3 tablespoons lemon juice, 1/4 tablespoon ground thyme, 1 tablespoon olive oil, dash of pepper to taste, 1 pound boned lean pork chop cut into 1-inch cubes, approximately 38 to 40 pieces, 32 1-inch watermelon cubes and more for garnish, 16 to 24 half-inch zucchini rounds, and 16 1-inch pineapple chunks, fresh or canned, 24 1-inch yellow and or orange pepper slices, skewers, 8 of them, 1 bottle cooking spray. Why do we need 1 whole bottle of cookies? Sesame seeds for garnish. Combine brown sugar, soy sauce, onion, garlic, lemon juice, olive oil, thyme, and pepper in a mixing bowl. Set aside some marinade for basting. Pour the rest into a Ziploc bag and add pork pieces. Seal bag, mix thoroughly, refrigerate for an hour, turning bag on occasion. Remove pork from bag, thread 5 pork pieces, 4 watermelon cubes, 2 to 3 zucchini rounds, 2 pineapple chunks, 3 peppers on each of 8 skewers, alternating order. Prepare the grill, heating to medium-high, spray cooking surface with spray. Place kebabs on grill, grill for 12 to 15 minutes, depending on grill heat, or until done. Turning, basting frequently with reserved marinade. Garnish with sesame seeds and chunks of watermelon. Makes 8 kebabs. You can go to watermelon.org for more recipes and advice and tips, etc. So that's it. Thanks, you guys. So obviously you can get watermelons at Costco. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. My page is facebook.com/YosAllPlay. YOSALLPLAY. Bye. Bye.